Are you feeling lucky, Brad?
I'm always feeling lucky, Jeff.
All right, I'm gonna stop this.
Wait, I'll tell you. Hang on, let me blow on it.
Gold, gold, gold.
That's a lot of gold.
I've won 30 gold.
3 times the gold.
I'm gonna collect this gold.
Okay.
This is Warhammer Online: Wrath of Heroes,
Oh, I see.
which is available now. It's been in beta for kind of a while,
Yeah.
but now it is open beta, which I don't understand how free-to-play games actually work. They just become open beta, which might as well be they're out because they're accepting money.
Yeah, it seems like as soon
stuff.
as they're taking money for stuff, you can kind of say that it's in release.
Yeah, definitely. So this is a multiplayer-focused game. It's got an MMO style of combat, but you're using preset characters. So you got these heroes. I have a couple of them here, and then a few that are, doing the traditional, like, rotate through what's free and what's not sort of stuff.
So it's like different heroes every week?
Yeah.
Are playable?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they're still adding a bunch of heroes as they go. So why don't we try and get into a game?
All right.
And maybe I can explain it from there. They've got a few different types of gameplay modes. I've already done the tutorial.
Don't ask me again, game. There you go.
So they have a few different types of modes. This is a 3-team game.
Really?
3 6-player
Oh,
teams.
weird. I had heard this was sort of a Dota-like game, but that's already
It's not
a major
There's
break
no
in the formula.
creeps. There's no. It's not.
Oh.
It's not.
It's more of an arena game.
It's
then.
more of an arena game.
Okay.
So here we have. So here's capture the flag type stuff. There are 3 flag positions around the map, and as long as your team controls one of the positions, you can capture the center.
Okay.
Jeez. This guy is ranged. So, you know what happened with this game? When this game first hit beta and I was playing it, I was unstoppable.
Uh-huh.
I was real good. I was jacking dudes up.
And then other people got in.
And then a bunch of other people started playing it way more than me.
Yep.
And I have not won a game since.
That tends
Been
to
on
happen.
A bunch of losing teams and a bunch of bad kill-death ratios.
It tends to happen to people who have things other than play the game to do in their lives.
I guess so.
You know?
I guess so.
Got responsibilities.
So we're capturing this control point. I mean, so these modes, it's not really a Dota game. It's more like first-person shooter style modes.
Yeah, it almost thought like Battlefield in a way, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe the Battlegrounds in WoW is a good comparison.
Yeah, it feels like they've taken the PvP aspects, like those types of arena things out of maybe Warhammer Online, the MMO, and adapted them somewhat for this kind of different kind of game.
Are you a rat man?
I am a rat man.
Wow.
I believe they're called Skaven, so I'm not going to win
Okay.
that. I'm not going to win that fight under any circumstances. I should probably just go to center.
How do the heroes break out in this? Are they like sort of DPS and tank and stuff like that, or
I mean,
are
there
those
are healers.
distinctions-
There are definitely like more tanky sort of characters. See, we're locked out of this because the control point we had got taken, so we can't do anything here. Those big. It's pretty obvious. Can't do anything here.
Yeah. There's a clear visual language.
Yes.
Will not go.
We can get back out here, and oh man, the same team has all those control points, so they're racking stuff up here. Just harass them from out here, but this isn't really going to do any damage. So preset skill stuff. You're not really building a character per se.
Yeah.
There are definitely skill points you can spend for your heroes and stuff that you can do that way, but it's you're not like leveling up. You're not filling out a skill tree in a traditional sort of MMO sort of sense.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I can show you some more of that when we're out of the game and kind of back in the menus and stuff. So we'll wait for them to run away and then run in and steal this thing. I should probably look at the map more where my guys are. There's one guy standing in the center as if he can do anything there. He can't do anything there. So the clear visual language apparently not as clear as it needs to be.
Some people see what they want to see, man.
Okay, here we go.
So you cap stuff just by standing on
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Okay.
So we're getting some
AoE on you.
Yeah. I've turned invisible.
Oh, she doesn't know where you are. Can you backstab with this guy?
I
that a
don't
thing?
believe that is a thing.
Is that a thing that exists?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
All right, so we control 2 of the 3 points here. Let's hit the center. You can kind of.
But you only need one to take the.
You only need one to take center, yeah.
So
but you're getting points for holding the satellite
okay.
positions as well.
What do those points do?
That's
Is
how
that
you
all,
win up here.
That all feeds in.
When you hit 250, you win the game. Or if you have most points when the time runs out.
You just get more points from the center ones?
Yes.
Is that how it works? Okay. All right. It's all becoming clear. Well, there must be some malleability in the characters, right? Like some kind of upgrade something.
Yeah, as you upgrade stuff, like you can replace these attacks with like 1 or 2 other attacks, depending on what the skill is. So a smoke bomb might become more devastating if you spec in that direction.
Okay.
There are also things you can equip. So you see it down here now that I'm dead. I've increased my movement speed by 3%, bonus crit damage, and I heal better, as you see.
Yes.
So those are things I've equipped on this dude.
Healing better is always the thing that I go for first. Like
So those things, I mean, you can use your in-game gold to buy chests, and it's sort of like the Mass Effect style thing of you are getting kind of a random chest with some random items in it.
Okay.
So you're not necessarily like earning all of those tactics or buying all of those tactics directly. There is some element of luck to that stuff. All right, that whole team's in there. That's not going to go well for me. But let's see if we can get down here and help take this point. Oh.
Damage over time, damage over time.
That's my buddy. We're rat guys. Oh. So I've been trying to figure out what draws me to this game. I've not played a ton of it, but I do kind of keep coming back to it. And I think it's because I don't really play enough of an MMO to really get deep into the PvP stuff.
Yeah.
And
so this is giving you that?
Yeah, so I get to see some form of it in this game kind of right out of the bat without having to, do all the stuff you would have to do to get proficient at PvP. Well, proficiency is maybe a different story. Those guys are going to kill me. What am I doing here?
I mean, the PvP was a big part of Warhammer Online, right? So presumably this is not totally dissimilar to that.
Right. I would assume that would be the case.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. Like, an MMO for me is a vehicle to do some cool quests and see a bunch of interesting lands.
Right.
And like kind of roleplay a character and go around and get better gear and stuff. But like, I'm not gonna play the same battleground 1,000 times to get like badges for whatever crazy grindy thing they want me to do. Any sense of where actual Warhammer Online is at this point?
It's still up and running.
Still going.
Yeah.
Like I know they consolidated some servers at one point.
Yeah, I mean they've got kind of a rolling demo sort of deal where you can play the first tier of it for free forever, and then if you want to pay them, then you end up getting
even
the access to the rest of the game.
Right. Even WoW ended up doing that.
Yeah.
Got like a free to level 20 thing going now.
Yeah. So the thing I found is I actually went back and played some of that game last year. And I found that I had a character that was in the mid game, and it was empty.
Huh.
So I imagine that all the players that are paying are max level and playing kind of the end game content over and over again, and then you have people that are playing the beginning game content over and over again. But I just wonder if the middle is just completely is it like a total wasteland? That's how it felt like a total wasteland to me when I played it. Oh, these no.
What was the end of game stuff there? I mean, they had realm versus realm stuff, right?
Right.
That sounded like that was kind of unique among MMOs. But I never really quite understood exactly what that was.
Let's try some of these different guys here. I don't know how well I'll damage here, but you see they'll list the roles under the names here, so damage and self-healing, control and debuff, that sort of thing. And they'll recommend, like, hey, if this one character is jacking you up over and over again, maybe try these dudes. All right. I have tended to do better with the ranged characters in this game than with the melee stuff. There's a certain amount of like fiddly. I gotta stay near these guys to hit them. That
yeah, when the movement speeds are that high in a game like this, you tend to sort of just flail at the empty air.
Right.
And hope that you connect.
And I don't even know what her attacks are. You can kind of usually guess that, like, 5 is going to be your 30-second cooldown kind of big thing and such. And they're all fighting over there, so I'm going to just try and capture this. Oh, this is about to go real bad for me.
It's weirding me out that you keep fighting people with green text and life bars, because green is pretty much always your team in just about every other game.
Yeah,
so I know
yeah,
you've
just got your team color.
You need absolute colors here because you got more than one, or more than two factions. But
let's just try and slip off and steal this one. Oh, these guys are fighting over there.
Who's this jaunty fellow?
He's a
sword guy.
He's a sword guy, pirate man.
Sword guy with eye patch.
I don't know. He's pirate man.
R.
Yeah, so there's sort of that element of like, you know, are you going to stick with your team and roll around as a unit, which is the smart way to play, or are you going to flail around like a moron like I'm doing?
That takes
have it
so
all
much
go bad.
work. Got to hook up a headset.
Well, they've got a pretty good. I mean, I can just click on the map and order people to go places.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is kind of cool, yeah. You know, getting players to actually listen to you is maybe a different story. But you know, you find in the chat people are actually just looking to group up instead of just going in at random. Let's try this dude. He's big.
All the interface stuff seems pretty nicely designed.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't feel like it's hitting you with quite too much information, but it seems like it's kind of all there, what you would need to do.
Yeah, I wish it was. There are some places in the out-of-game menus that don't expose, like, this information as clearly as maybe it should. But you have to dig a little deeper than I would think you would want to dig to find that sort of specific information about what your abilities are. Let's stand here and take this. Oh. So there's an orc character, and one of his abilities is yeah, this dude. See if I can actually do it.
Oh, that's a straight up Warhammer looking orc.
Yeah, I mean this is a Warhammer game. These attacks that he does grant clobberin, and you can have 10 stacks of clobberin.
Oh, I had totally forgotten this was a Warhammer property for a little bit.
Yep.
Not anymore.
Yep.
Clobberin.
Good reminder there.
Space Marines.
Now, these are just Marines.
I know. I know.
No space yet.
I know, but I couldn't help myself.
Yeah.
It's coming. Just wait about 40,000 more years.
All right.
It'll be on.
I will stand by.
There'll be jump jets.
So these guys here seem to be doing pretty well. With the time that's remaining, this, you know, we could probably catch them if we're tight and focused, but we're not very tight or focused right now. So, all right, I got a dude here helping us out, and let's get ready to run to the center and hope for the best.
Are there variants where you can do like just one versus, or like, you know, just two teams?
No, they're all
1-on-1?
3-team.
Yeah.
But the variants are more like, this is the only map I've seen that has these control points. There's some that are just straight up, basically just 3-team deathmatch. There's another one that's more of like I guess like a CTF sort of deal where there are artifacts that you're trying to control. Yeah, run away. But the map that was just sort of a team deathmatch thing, I thought was a lot less interesting because there wasn't a lot to it. You just kind of roll around with your team and jack dudes.
Sure.
And there's a power up that occasionally spawns in the middle. But what do we got over here? This is probably going to be the other two teams fighting for this point, right? You end up in situations like that where they get into these long. Well, that's all. Yeah, they'll get into protracted battles, and you're just free to go around and take the other 2 points, and take center, and hopefully rack up some points while everyone else is preoccupied. Oh.
No, says that icon.
Means there's someone over here taking this. You. Oh. He said the thing that Warhammer guys say.
Wow.
You hear him? He was all wow. So I think when you cash in your clobberin, you become big.
Okay.
Like you'll actually grow on screen. I think.
How much clobberin do you have? I'm not seeing.
I have well, I had 2 stacks of clobberin right there,
Okay.
but they don't last.
I want to see giant orc. Got 2.5 minutes.
All right.
Make it happen.
What is that? Is that?
Those ability names are pretty.
I'm the biggest.
Pretty appropriate. You are in fact nothing.
Oh. Oh. Die, 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 die. Why am I fighting here when we should be out capturing points? But I just want to kill somebody. There. There, so I'm all big.
Pretty sizable orc. I mean, I've seen bigger, but
yeah, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the biggest orc in the world, but in terms of some of these other dudes that are running around right now,
I would put you in the 80th percentile of gigantic orcs, if you ask. How does this game tie into whatever the hell EA's online infrastructure is this month?
It is a play for free game.
Okay.
Just like all their, looks like Battlefield Heroes and such.
Right. Is that part of Origin now?
It's all the same login.
Okay.
I mean, this has an Origin logo on the login screen, but I did not have to install Origin to play it.
You just get an executable and install it?
That could very well be because it's, you know, in open beta or whatever that means.
Yeah,
but
so presumably it'll probably be available on Origin at some point.
I would think so.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
That would be the smart thing to do.
All right, we've retaken the center, but there's just not enough time left to make up that deficit, so we're not going to win. But I'm big.
Yeah.
So,
I expected you to shrink at some point.
Yeah, me too. I figured that I would. There we go. Way to jinx it.
Sorry. Well, we got 36 seconds at the point. Green has pretty much kept a steady 50-point lead over you guys.
Yeah.
I don't even know where the hell Origin is. I mean, I see
they're in another time zone.
I see orange popping up there on the kill list.
Yeah.
But I'm not seeing him take a very active role in this match. What is the does the mouse cursor do anything for you there, or is that just a remnant of the MMO Origin?
I can lock onto a guy.
Oh, okay. Oh. Does that help with the melee? I mean,
a little bit, yeah.
It seems like you don't even if you're locked on, it doesn't look like you pivot around him though.
Right, you don't.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, fiddlesticks.
So that's for, you know, if you want to lock onto the healer and make sure that you're taking out the right guy.
It's more like a
in
targeting
group or
thing
something.
for spells or something.
Yeah.
I got it.
So, you know, get a scoreboard.
Yeah.
And then we get to do this again.
All right.
What do we got? What do we got? That's
We're gold.
That was a smaller icon for gold, but I somehow got more gold than we got last time. So, you know, typical kind of free-to-play stuff. You can buy XP boosts with real money and that sort of stuff. Yeah, yeah, no kidding. Yeah, it's, you know, you can buy heroes. You can buy.
Glogob is a hot seller. Did you just buy a hero?
Yeah. I have some gems.
You're not going to get Glogob?
I don't like playing Glogob. He's a healer. I think.
So what's the distinction between gems and gold? Gems are just for real money store
gems
stuff?
are real money stuff. Gold is fake money stuff.
Just for in-game stuff?
So you can see they do have, you know,
oh, okay. So
equivalents for both.
So you only get gems with real money?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So almost, it looks like almost everything, well, not everything. I see that gold boost is just for cash there.
Yeah.
But it seems like most stuff has an in-game, like, grinded out equivalent.
It does, yeah. So, you know, I can buy this chest here, for example, and then I got a tactic. Blood Siphon, Tainted Blood, and Domination. I assume that's for a specific dude. Let's see here. If we go into our heroes area with the ones that I actually own. So when you get these tactics, you can only equip them on one dude. So because I have these tactics equipped on the rat guy, they're not available for equipping on other dudes, which I gotta say I'm not a big fan of. I feel like I should be able to just, like, once I get that tactic, I should go, and if it's the case where I gotta get multiples of a tactic to ensure that it's equipped across the board, that's sort of a bummer.
Yeah. Can you at least de-equip it and move it to somebody else? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that helps.
So, but I can't do that mid-game.
Right.
So I have to do that from here. So it's like I have to, you know, unequip it and kind of make those decisions there. And that's sort of weird. So in addition to that, you know, there's skins. You can buy skins with real money, and then you have your masteries here. So I haven't really played around with this stuff too much. And so I'm kind of afraid to spend these points, but I'm close enough to going up a level, and I assume that'll get me another mastery point. So some of these end up being different versions of your existing attacks or replacements for your existing attacks. So this one here, I can replace the smoke bomb, which makes me invincible, with this one that makes me leap away in a direction and leave behind a damaging bomb. So that's sort of your real meaningful difference in how the characters play. The tactics stuff is a lot of percentage changes and that sort of stuff. And also, I think this stuff has to be equipped. So when does it have to? Yeah. So I did unlock that in the mastery tree, but it still has to be equipped, and it can actually be equipped on different characters.
Oh, okay.
It's not. But some of them, obviously, are going to be for this character specifically, like the ones that replace existing moves. But some of these things, I can just equip them on multiple, or equip them on a different dude than the dude that has it on the tree, as you see. Get it?
Yep.
All right.
Got it.
Let's try one more game, see if we get into a different map.
Do you have any control over maps and modes going in, or is it just kind of...
No, right now it seems like it's pretty random.
Here's what you end up with.
Yeah.
This looks different.
Yeah, this is the one that's more of a team deathmatch sort of thing.
Kill some guys with your rat man.
See how my rat man does. He doesn't have a lot of hit points, so this guy says, "Wah."
He's in the right place then.
Yeah, he's in the right place to be typing that, for sure.
Fight.
Any of this stuff look familiar from your time with Warhammer Online? I mean, like, are these arenas out of there?
No, I don't think they are.
They do a bunch of new art for this?
I think they did.
Oh, okay. My initial impression when I heard this was happening was, oh, they're just taking character models and like arena maps from the game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Repurposing them, but
that was. I think when I first started hearing about it, that sort of what it sounded like to me too. But I don't think that's actually.
I guess they put more work into it than that.
Yeah.
I bet that makes you go faster. I was right.
You should play video games.
Yeah.
You're real good at this stuff.
Wow, this is pandemonium here.
Yeah.
Jeez. Choose your target, I guess. Oh no.
I didn't have anyone near me. I think the rest of my team died there. I like clobbering. So, I'm picking this dude. He'll clobber.
I'm not sure that axe would be... Well...
You could really clobber with an axe?
If you use the broadside of it, I would say that would count as a clobber.
Oh man, that's almost like a disrespectful move. Like beating someone down with the broadside of an axe.
Otherwise...
Using it as a blunt object, I am rooted.
Otherwise, you're just cleaving.
Back to old rat face. He skitters.
I know, I really like that animation. I was thinking that earlier. Especially the way that his head barely moves. Like, he keeps his head almost perfectly level, while the rest of his body is just kind of like flying all over the place. So, I mean, there's no positional element with a guy like this? Like, if you're behind, you don't do more damage? Or...
It does. I cannot say with certainty, but that does not seem to be the case.
Okay. Because, you see invisibility and you immediately think, like, oh,
right, yeah,
backstab
it's perfect
or something.
Backstab sort of deal. But none of these abilities make it sound like, they do more damage from backstab. There are a lot of things that will crit if a guy's already damaged. I found that seem to be a fair amount of attacks in there that, like, if someone's already jacked up, there's a lot of things built to finish them off. And there are people just going on ridiculous kill streaks in this game. So I've seen screenshots from dudes that are just like, yeah, I killed 20 people in a row without dying. And if you have efficient healers and are playing the game probably as it was designed to be played, instead of just running around like a moron like I am, that's probably attainable. Hey, what's up?
Do it. Do it?
I actually can't. I have to wait for this to wear off, and also the game seems to have broken.
Yeah, wow. Okay, that was quick.
Apparently I killed someone while it was broken, though, so everybody wins.
I'm impressed. You need to heal
Yeah, I need to
quickly.
get to a healer.
Or not.
That's one way of healing.
Yeah, that works. Did you have any provision for healing? Or do you just have to find somebody?
No, you have to find somebody.
No potions?
No
nothing?
potions, no nothing like that.
Oh.
Either your character can heal or it can't.
Jeez.
If you get out of combat long enough, you will heal back up. But
right.
that's, I mean, look at the size of this arena.
Yeah, that's
You're
not...
going to be in combat.
It's not likely here, it seems.
Hanging out over here.
There's that eyeball.
Regrouping.
The eyeball on that tree watching you. There's another one.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's... Ugh.
Cool. Yeah, some of these characters I'm not even really sure how to use them, honestly. The character I mainly used through the beta is actually not in the game right now. This archer dude, he's got a bow, shoots it.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
If he was doing something else with that bow, I would doubt his effectiveness.
Well, I wanted to, just make sure that you knew it was a bow for shooting arrows and not like a Donatello
Not a
bow.
Like BOW bow, not
Yeah,
a BO bow.
right.
Got it. How would you feel about this game if the Ninja Turtles were here?
Like here in the game or here sitting in this room?
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. If that were the case,
Like if I was demoing this game for the Ninja Turtles, what would I say?
if that were the case, I would suggest that you shut the game down and we go off and fight crime together.
All right, let's do that.
That would be cool.
You, me, get April O'Neil on the phone.
Okay. Oh,
We'll set that up.
she's so dreamy.
I love that there is just straight up no quit game in here.
How would you do it?
It is mid game, dude. Don't do this.
How would you? There's got to be a way.
Oh, there's a way. But it is me hitting Alt F4.
Oh.
I bet. So
Can you type in, or can you do MMO commands into that text window? Can you slash pizza?
I don't know. Boo.
I bet slash quit would work there.
Well, let's just call it.
Okay.
That's Warhammer Online Wrath of Heroes.
Yeah.
It is free.
Yeah.
It is in open beta, so you can whatever that means. You can play it.
Yes.
If you want to play it, you can totally play it.
You can buy some stuff if you want.
Yeah, they'll let you pay money for stuff if you want. So as far as I'm concerned, it's out.
Yeah. Seems like they handled that stuff respectfully though. Like all the commerce.
Yeah.
there.
If you if you are good at this game, then it seems like the sort of thing where if you bought like a gold booster and an XP booster, or even just nothing at all, you could unlock a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
Or you could do what I did and just buy some gems and make it happen.
Yep.
Thanks, Brad.
Sure.